and he did. All right,
Yeah, so
let's go into game number 3. Who do you favor in this matchup, Scarzo?
oh man, after seeing both of these games go down, I think that TM87 is actually favored. It's
Okay.
just I feel like the ZJ got a really nutty draw there because he had the Elucidator's and Dire Tide Frenzy so early. But I think that it's much easier to get like a Blood Moon Priestess set up into a Shadow Dancer.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go. We've got an opening start by TM87 running down to the bottom and setting up a gore to slowly plot across the board.
And I like this too that he played it right in the center because he knows that the ZJ is going to run forward at this point and play something.
Yeah.
So this just allows the Gore to body block that battle pet, right, or keep it from advancing across the board as quickly.
Yeah. One thing I'll note, by the way, and one of the reasons I think that the burn strategy might even have a little bit of an advantage against the non-burn. Oh, I didn't hit the real time. Let's go ahead and do that. Against the traditional race things is because while TM87's down here running around getting these corners, the ZJ is able to come in and get all of the mana tiles. So it's a huge mana burst that any burn player has. Although, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see who wins, right?
That's really all you could do at this point, but that is a very fair point on the mana, and nobody really. I think in standard duelist play, letting your opponent get all three mana tiles is like almost always spells doom.
Yeah.
And so in a game like this where you are intentionally giving up those mana tiles and your opponent is going to use them to kill you, that is definitely a very insurmountable
Yeah.
obstacle. So we'll see. As long as the Blood Moon Priestess and the Shadow Dancer can get set up fast enough, I think that's what's going to allow TM87 to really run away from this game. I think that it's on ZJ to end it right as quickly as possible. Wow, the gore!
Oh, it's running backwards. Oh, that's probably not what the ZJ wanted to see, but I like it. Once again, we see this Elucidator Dire Tide combo. Pretty brutal, but actually not that hard to counteract. All that TM87 has to do is not have any bodies near him for like a turn or two, and he can deal with it in any sort of slow plotting way that he wants. As a side note, by the way, I think this is the first time that we've seen Silhouette Tracer out of Team 87. Maybe he's just been unlucky, but we haven't seen any Silhouette Tracers as of yet.
Yeah, that is really important to note because maybe the TM87, just got the ZJ has been getting somewhat lucky with getting like all of these really strong combo pieces.
Yeah,
Maybe the TM87 is getting a little bit unlucky with getting his Silhouette Tracers because this is really going to accelerate his corner taking. And
yeah,
we saw both of those last matches. He was, one or two turns off of, really swinging the board in terms of his HP,
yeah.
but maybe he's only going to be a couple turns now off of getting that last corner.
Oh, he milled a trace in the first game. I must have missed it. It looks like ZJ's got the trappings of a combo. He's got the soul. He's got the ion. But that's only 4 points of damage without any sort of additional burst, right? Like a greater fortitude or a what do you want to call it? Thumping wave. All right. So you can see TM87's hand here. What do you do?
Hmm. Really hard to see because again, you have to get the Blood Moon and the Shadow Dancer set up. Unfortunately, because it's a 4 mana into a 5 mana, it just ends up being so slow. I think what you do here is probably just try to get the Shadow Dancer set up because that way, if he wants to play a battle pet, it's going to make it really awkward about where he wants to place it, right? Because then it's going to be trading into Wraithlings and things like that. Even using the Ghost Link to try to get this Flame Blood out of the way.
Well, actually, I think that's really important. Otherwise, the ZJ would have 8 mana here, so he could have Ion, Thumping Wave, Soul this exact turn and won the game. But he didn't. He's not going to have enough mana right this second. So I think that was actually a pretty heads up play by TM87, and he got lucky in that it moved it away far enough that he can't get on the mana spring here. All right. So looks like the ZJ is drawing a card, seeing what he can get. And I actually don't know. Right now, I think TM87 is in a really good spot. We'll see, though.
Oh man, so Ion finally coming down, and this is what I'm talking about, where he needs to put the Ion and like all these battle pets into a soul combo.
So I think right now he's going to be able to clear out this Ion with his many minions. I think.
Yeah, because the Gore is gonna kill the Flameblood Warlock, so it's really unfortunate he misses out on a couple procs there.
Yeah, but we're going to let's see. He's going to be able to gain 1, 2, 3 life, go to 12. That's not enough to survive this incoming combo, though. So he's going to have to do something else. Is it an Aphotic Wisp? Does he have one in his hand?
Let's see. He's got 2 more mana, so it's really.
It doesn't look like he's going to be able to survive here. It looks like he's going to be once again just a little bit short.
Yeah, because if he had 1 more mana, he could Ritual Banishing or something, right, and get a couple extra procs there.
Yeah, that's a real shame. He was so close. I think again, I would have liked to get down the Shadow Dancer earlier because you just gain value throughout the entire game. I don't think ZJ has a whole lot of answers to a Shadow Dancer.
Right, because then if the only way you can answer it is to like maybe send an Elucidator or a Mechanitor War Beast all the way over to wherever you set it.
Yeah. Well, it looks like the ZJ won that match on the back of the same combo.
That's a really smart combination of cards to realize and put in your deck, right, with the Ion Soul, because it does double damage to generals, and that combined with Magmar's really strong buffs is just fantastic.
Sorry if you couldn't see that very well. I apologize, Skarzig. I'm not taking very good care of my co-host by ignoring his pleas to see the match.